It's time for the Geekmissile podcast, broadcasting from somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. Now, here are your hosts, Randy and Adam.
Outstanding. Welcome back to another Block Rockin' Beat from the boys from the Geekmissile.com podcast. We appreciate you all showing up today. Adam Derringer is with me today. My name is Randy Howell. Another action-packed show. How do we keep doing it, bro?
You know, we just keep rolling out the hits because we can feel it. We know what we want to talk about, and there's always I feel like the boxers, when they're like, he really does have the speed and agility needed to do a successful podcast.
You're absolutely right. We have this thing. We were born with the gift, bro.
The gift of gab that they told us, hey, stop talking in class, but it eventually came to be handy.
They didn't know about the podcast.
That was yet to come.
That was yet to come. Awesome. Dude, good to have you with me today. I'm glad we could do this.
Yeah, no, so I had I wouldn't say there's not, I get excited about a lot of things. I was going to say I don't get excited about a lot, but I really do get excited about a lot. But I had an especially exciting nerd moment this weekend.
Tell me about it, dude.
Yeah, so not only is the new Star Wars movie coming out, we talked about that we've got that's on the horizon, but I haven't played a good Star Wars game in forever. Like, they've released some multiplayer games and like go shoot each other, and I'm like, but it feels like a generic shooter that just happens to use Star Wars characters.
Right.
Doesn't feel like an actual story game.
What is it? What is the game?
So it's called Star Wars Fallen Order. And it actually takes place. Yeah, it takes place after Revenge of the Sith, after they Order 66, when they said, wipe out all the Jedi.
Right.
And you're playing this one Jedi who's essentially escaped that situation, and now he's trying to just fit in with regular life and not stand out as a person. That's even their tag online is "Don't stand out," and it's him sneaking around like trying to like work construction and things like that, so they don't know he's a Jedi. Anything like just. Lumberjack.
Well, if you're a Jedi, I guess construction would be, a good thing. Hey, let's get the crane in here. Don't worry about it, man. Just look the other way. Watch this, and get those shingles up on the roof, or get that drywall in there.
Pretend to lift stuff that's really heavy, but using the force underneath your hand. It's like he's not even touching it. Shh.
Oh no, it's so heavy. Oh my god. That's cool. So Star Wars Fallen Order game. Who's putting that one out?
It's actually EA Games, and it's funny because they put out right now. They basically have the lock on the license. Like most Star Wars games were through them in some way.
Oh, I see.
And I guess I heard on the grapevine from friends that Disney was kind of like, hey, so make sure you make a good game, and or we're going to give the rights to somebody else, because they don't want Star Wars to be some where it's just everywhere and it's not good quality.
Sure, yeah,
to be good.
No, that makes sense.
Which is kind of makes me hope that since Disney has their hand in the Marvel pot, that we'll get a good superhero video game someday, because I'd love to see that too.
Oh, that would be cool, yeah. No, all right. Yes. Cool. When is that supposed to drop?
It drops by the end of this right now, for they're saying. It should drop by the end of this year in November. So I'm so pumped. I just want to throw people around and fling stuff. Like, that's how I enjoy my days.
Perfect. Dude. And that's Xbox, Sony, PlayStation.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Xbox, PlayStation, and a lot of them are going to PC now, too, so I think it'll be...
Is it going to be on the Wii?
I hope so. I didn't catch whether it would be.
I have a Wii.
No, if you have a Wii, no, and that's another thing, is just sidebar here. I had such high hopes for the Wii, and I'm hoping they do more with it, because having, I've always wanted to be, sword fighting, but following the motions. Even if I'm terrible at it, it'd still be fun to try to stop a monster with your own blows and not just press the A button.
Right. Now, it seems like all these games are kind of the same thing, just a different theme to them. Yeah, you're fighting for the Alliance, or you're fighting for the Empire. Yeah. It's just a different. It's the same burger. It just comes from a different wrapper. Exactly. Well, cool. I'm excited. I like that. Star Wars Fallen Order. That's a good one. That'll be a cool show, man. I'm excited for that, or that game.
I was going to say, yeah. I was like, they could have made it a movie, but I'm glad they made it a game, so I can kind of, play through it, and I'll probably stream it online.
If they do a good enough job with it, it might be a good movie as well.
Yeah, and I because I love the whole Skywalker thing and the thing they've done with all these. Obviously they're amazing movies, but I'd love to see them explore. It's such a big obviously a big universe. I want to see them do more, other people's.
Sure.
Yeah. Rogue One and all those ones, the single movies that weren't even Jedi focused, were amazing.
Graduation from the Stormtrooper Academy. A movie like that would be good. It's kind of an Animal House maybe type of movie, or
just okay. Who fired the Death Star? Team Alpha.
That would be funny. So something like that would be.
That's how Alderaan got destroyed. It was a frat party after the graduation.
They just had to make it look. We'll cover this up, but no more, guys. That's funny. I could do that. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I look forward to that. And speaking of video games, I was thinking of. So I told you I have a Wii. Yeah. But it was for the kids, and they've moved out and they don't use it, and so I rediscovered it. And I do have a friend who twitches, we'll call it, right? Yeah. Twitches, right? And I was being sarcastic, and I'm like, dude, do they have Wii Bowling? He's like, yes, they do. I'm like, I can Twitch on Wii Bowling? He goes, yeah, but you got to be good if you want to get subscribers and stuff. And I'm like, huh. But I wanted to start twitching maybe like Wii Bowling or some of the other Wii games that we've got. Oh, yeah. And they're, obviously they're older and goofier games, but I think I'm going to Twitch. But for those of you kids that are following people and subscribe, Mr. X Pain Train is his name. So he's pretty good at it, and keep forgetting the game that he plays. But it's very popular.
Fork Knife?
That's it. Fork Knife. And so, but I use my my Prime, Amazon Prime thing, and then I follow him, and it gives him $3 or something like that. And
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so you get enough of these people, you make
decent amount of money each month.
Yeah, a few bucks. Cool. It covers your gas, or it covers your get enough subscribers. There's your car payment.
Oh man, yeah, no, and for me, guys, I mean, as many of you want to subscribe, like car payments, scariest thing I've ever had to bring into my life. I've only owned a car straight out before.
That's nice. You should always just own it.
Like, I didn't realize how much it is, and then the insurance too. They're like, oh, you gotta have this much insurance. I'm like, oh man, this is just a lifestyle change I wasn't expected. But Bluetooth is nice.
Well, yes, so you always want to have Bluetooth in your car. That way you can listen to the Geekmissile podcast. Yay!
I mean, yeah, that's there's just some necessities to life I can't miss.
Well, let's do this. Let's put together our favorite fast food.
The fast food? Yeah, no, that's the Avengers of fast food, we'll call it.
Yeah, just go with that. Avengers of fast food. I like that.
All right, well, Maestro, I'll let you go first. Assemble your team.
Well, perfect. So I'm going to start with my side, McDonald's fries.
Ooh.
Yep. Sorry. I'm that guy. You can hate me all you want to, but fries.
I can't McDonald's. Even hate on that.
No ketchup.
No sauce? Do you not do sauce at all?
No, McDonald's, that's why they're number one, dude. You don't need ketchup with McDonald's fries.
Oh, I'm a bitch. I have to have, no matter what I'm eating, there's sauce going on it.
Oh, dude, come on. All right, and then for the sandwich. That one's going to be a little tougher. I am partial to an Arby's roast beef sandwich. Beef and cheddar, maybe. Or if you can still find them, like the Big Montana, that type of thing. God, those were good. I like those. That's it. I mean, McDonald's fries, Arby's, but but here's the other thing. There's a fast food franchise out there that does, let's just say they're the king of burgers, right? And they used to have my business, but their quality has dropped. I don't think I've had a hot, other than a lukewarm burger, that's what I get from them is lukewarm, almost body temperature. But I like the flavor of the Whopper.
I like, because they include lettuce and tomato. Everything was, and I think
I liked it, but I'm not getting the quality I used to get from it. So it feels like, or it tastes like it's been kind of sitting there.
The love is gone.
Hope somebody orders this in the next 10 minutes. McDonald's does not impress me with their burgers at all. So they're just out of the running altogether. Zips does a good burger, but that's just when you're, a Dick's Whammy?
I've never had our Dick's. I want to. I
should
Dick's.
Take you downtown so you can eat Dick's.
I would love to eat Dick's.
Should. So think of Dick's Whammy, but you eat that. But see, don't count that as like a burger delicious. It's more of like, I'm not going to be able to eat for the next 12 hours, so I'll eat one of those and it'll take the hunger away. But I mean, I forgot what they are, $1.25 or something. They're not expensive, but a Dick's Whammy, you eat 2 of those. God, and even Dick's fries. Those are fresh cut fries as opposed to, like a par cooked fry that's frozen and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, wow.
These are fresh cut fries. Dick's and Delish both have pretty good. Now I'm stuck. Now I don't know.
I was going to say, it's hard to assemble this team.
It is hard.
At least you mostly had the fries down. I mean, the fries, I think you've got some fair contenders.
So I'll do a toss up with Dick's and McDonald's for their fries, but Delish also does that same thing with their fries. They're fresh cut.
Isn't it amazing how McDonald's can fight 2 places to do fresh cut fries, but with their fries they just do because they've just.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it also depends on what time it is, what mood you're in, that kind of thing. Friday night after a few drinks, Saturday night,
Whether you're by yourself in a car, let's assume that you're by yourself. Like, no one's there to judge you.
Let's just say you shouldn't be driving, and you end up at Dick's. A whammy and a large fry. That's going to give you some artillery for puking. That's for sure. It's a good food. I don't know. It's good drunk food.
That, and there is a discernible difference between food and drunk food. Like, because some food is actually good all the time, and some drunk food's like especially good when drunk, but not okay when it's not.
Yeah. I think they just have a Dick's in Spokane and in Seattle. That's it. I don't know. As far as, major chain, I like Arby's.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, curly fries are good.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a curly fry, right?
What'd you do for a drink?
Oh,
like shake. We're talking like if we're gonna go shake or dessert.
Typically, I'll do a Sprite. Maybe a root beer, and they all have good, that, but nothing. Yeah, I'm not really
nothing
too
shaky.
But I will now back to McDonald's. I'll take a Shamrock Shake over, when they do their St. Patty's Day thing.
I've recently fallen in love with their. They have tropical Sprite. Yeah, it's the nice bubbliness of Sprite, but like an orangey taste, like the High C before they got rid of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. They have, I don't know if it's at all Zips locations, but the Coke where you can get the Sprite and then add the flavors to it?
Yeah.
Grape Sprite, hands down, is my favorite.
Sprite. Oh, that sounds...
Yeah, it's just a grape soda.
I mean, because I knew movie theaters were starting to do stuff like that where you could get in and get like super special drinks, but I didn't see any food places.
No, so the Zips on Francis has it.
Oh my God.
Oh, good.
Now, my stomach, I was hungry before we started this conversation.
Now I'm starving Marvin.
Right? End of time, I think if I had to pick a burger from a fast food place, Carl's Jr., I think they get bacon cheeseburgers. Any of them, but especially the one that's got the onion rings and barbecue sauce on it too.
Right.
Yeah. Fries, I'd go Arby's curly fries with horsey sauce if I can to dip some of those in because I love them. And then you get McDonald's tropical Sprite. That's the new winner right now.
So if you're gonna do onion rings, are you gonna do beer battered or are you gonna do breaded?
I actually like the beer battered.
Yeah.
It's really
the onion rings.
Yeah.
Oh, forget it.
Oh man.
Call your cardiologist if you're going to eat those, man.
Right? It's funny. I've started keto, or I'm going to start. Let me put it that way. I'm going to start keto tomorrow. And it's actually nice because it's like, okay, fine, you can't have bread, but you can put bacon and cheese on your salad, and that's nice.
You know what I like about tomorrow?
What's that?
It never comes. It's always today. I love that.
It's my dieting. I'm going to start this eventually, someday. Foot in the grave. Never mind.
Well,
it's too late already.
What happens when they start outlawing all these food places because the calories are too high and you can only have a sip of a soda and all this? What are we going to do? It's almost like the end of the world.
It is, and I think that, and if that's how I think that's how the end of the world could happen too. I mean, aside from all these like recent weather fluctuation, like 7 inches of snow in Chicago today.
Oh my God.
I can't even imagine.
And it's April.
I was complaining about it in March, which is still somewhat in the season, but April, I'm like, they call it spring. We're supposed to be there.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, we've had a lot of crazy weather, haven't we?
Yeah, and it's always how these movies start out too. Like, I mean, thankfully not like I think the core where all the birds like start flying into windows because they get messed up and they're just like, oh, where are we going?
So so we've got, that brings us to our next edition. End of the world movies. Dun 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 dun.
How's it gonna end, Johnny?
Hold on, let me retry that. It's end of the world movies. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I put some applause in there. All right, they're happy about that.
That's much better.
Much gooder. Yeah, let's talk about that. End of the world movies.
I think my favorite is still, I've always had a thing, I think it was the core, because I think the idea of like, we have to dig to the center of the earth and then bomb it.
And then blow it up.
Everything gets solved with a bomb in the end of the world movies.
It does. It did it in Deep Impact.
Yeah, Deep in, I think even Armageddon was another one. Like, I think, like, a lot of bombs.
Bombs save the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's
everyone's worried about them ending the world.
So many. Everyone's worried, but you say that when we have an asteroid, we got to stop it somehow.
You got to blow it up.
I always worry if we just destroyed the asteroid, like it's no longer big, but it sends like huge, like tiny, like just a bunch of shrapnel that shotguns somebody's house.
Well,
Jesus!
If only the right lead guy is doing it.
Not Vin Diesel. I always get him mixed up with somebody else he doesn't like.
Who's the guy that did the Die Hard?
Oh, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that would be... He's not doing anything else right now. He can save the world for us.
I don't think so. I don't think he's doing much.
Last thing I saw him in was, I think, was a Die Hard movie I didn't get to see. I heard they had to censor my favorite line, though, so I didn't know if I wanted to see it.
What was the line?
Well, he always says, yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, okay.
We won't censor it because we're not afraid of... We don't need a PG-13 rating.
We don't need it. Yeah, so what's the other one? There's the earthquake one. What was that? 8.5 inches or something? Or 8.5? 8.5? But that one, that was an earthquake one. You couldn't fix that one with a bomb.
No, just make it worse. Just shake more.
I think it would.
Yeah, just... What were you thinking? Just fly.
I don't know. It worked on the asteroid.
Just fly a plane.
That was just a guess.
Because everyone gets in helicopters, we become an aerial society where we just float everywhere, and that's it.
Until gas runs out.
Right.
And then we're a falling society.
Which, I mean, Atlantis, I mean, maybe that was their idea too. Like, a lot of stuff's going on the land masses. Let's build an ocean floating city. We'll be fine.
We can do it that way.
It's the worst that could happen.
Is this the end times, man?
I have to say it's the best of times if it's going to be the end times, because we'll hear tweets about it before it happens.
Yeah.
Just saw missiles launch over Korea. Oh, that's not good. Missiles flying over Dakota.
Hey, I just got a text. Can I go home early today? I guess North Korea is launching nukes at us. Wanted to get off the freeway.
Best thing, I figure at least spend time with my wife. You gotta enjoy this time. Maybe grab some pie on the way there.
Some McDonald's fries. Arby's burger.
Shamrock Shake. We're going.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know how that would really play out, though. I mean, if everything was coming to an end, I don't think I'd ask permission. I think I'd just...
Oh, yeah, we're out. We're just...
Hey, I'm done.
Bye.
Later. Yeah.
Creep, and as quickly as possible to creep out without drawing attention to yourself, because, be the first... Because I think there's a lot of people that would just be like, well, that's interesting, and just start taking calls. I'm like, oh, going on lunch. Worst case scenario, come back in half an hour. Best case, not so much.
Not so much coming back. You can always use PTO for that.
I feel like if the end of the world is going to come, it's going to be something stupid. Like, we're going to try to, cure the common cold and cause, some crazy cancer that goes around.
All because we cured the cold and increased cancer.
Right? Something just dumb. We spent money to make it so, watermelon can be seedless. I mean...
We genetically modified watermelon, and now...
Just so we don't have to go...
It's the end of the earth. End of the world.
What have we done?
What?
We wanted boneless chickens, and we accidentally made boneless people instead.
I wonder if we can make a cool website. End of the world countdown. We should put a countdown clock. We should pick a day that we think the world's going to end and just put a countdown clock.
We're just
on the Geekmissile website, geekmissile.com.
When will the missile launch?
Please sponsor our show before the end of time.
Well, I'd like to ride a jet ski again in my lifetime.
Just one more time. But I need to go down and buy one, so please donate generously. You're not going to need the money.
We'll stream it.
I wonder if there's a website out like that.
There's got to be. I'm sure. I think there's Well, and the funny part is not only do they, I'm sure they have apps for it, but there's also like apparently a doomsday clock I've never looked at, but like scientists are like, we're this much closer to the end of humanity.
Right.
I haven't ever looked into it, but like, I guess when our president got elected, they said they like shifted it forward an hour or whatever. And I'm like, I think
there's only 2 minutes left in the clock.
Yeah.
There's a song 2 minutes to midnight, which is the
reference to that.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. So that's crazy. I'm just like, they're so confident that we're that close. And I'm like, I don't see it. I
think it's been 2 minutes already. So
I don't freak out over the weather. Yeah, exactly. It's been time.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. What is your favorite website? Let's talk about that.
Okay. So for me, websites, as far as they go, honestly, Gmail's like pretty much my. I know it's
Gmail's not a website.
That's true. It's more of an app. It used to be a website when it first started. No, my geeky news. Like basically, there's a. I have an outlet where all the geek news from Blizzard comes in called Icy Veins, and it's basically everything nerd related to the video games that I play. That's my favorite. I check that website more than I care to admit, all the time.
We should tap into that and keep our listeners informed if they're not.
I was going to say, yeah, so essentially this is like if you play World of Warcraft or StarCraft or Overwatch or any of the other Blizzard games they have out, and even stuff that's just up and coming that has to deal with the parent company of Activision, icy-veins.com is a website that has that news feed up all the time.
icy-veins.
icy-veins.com.
/
Geekmissile.
Nice, dude. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game?
Honest, it's cliche because of the nerd thing, but World of Warcraft is still I've been playing it since I was like 13. It's
wow,
so long time, and it hasn't ruined my life that I know of. Like I haven't had one of those things where like you lost your wife over it or a job or things like that. Maybe there's opportunities I've missed. Like,
so you're a functioning addict.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. The game I play, I have two. One of them is called Woody. And it's kind of like Tetris.
Okay.
And then the other one is called Domination. I've been playing that one for about a couple years.
Those two almost go hand in hand.
They don't. Not even close.
Oh, I just mean the names.
Oh, Domination and Woody? Woody Domination? No, but it's one of those civilization games.
Ooh.
Start off in the Stone Age and you build up your...
I love those games. Yeah,
I love those too. So I know Microsoft started it with Age of Empires. And back when I worked with them, it was awesome. I loved it. And we would have... So I had a network built in my house, and, the kids would have a computer. I had a computer, and the girls had it. It was great. We all played it, and we would battle each other. Just a little network game kind of thing. And they loved it. And then I would do it at work when it was slow.
Oh,
and, yeah, it was great. There was a bunch of us. And we'd also play Unreal Tournament.
Ooh.
Which I love that game. I think that was the beginning of real, it was the first really successful, first shooter game.
It is nice because you could just pick it up and play it for a bit and then put it down, and it didn't. And also, I don't know if you know this, the Unreal Engine that made those Unreal games, that's like one of the most popular game-making engines out there right now.
No, yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, most games are built off of that. They did a
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm
awesome
so happy
job
for them.
Yeah. No, I like that. And the apps that I use is mostly just if I were to use an app, I guess it's just my Amazon app. I don't know.
For me, it's Maps. Google Maps. I have no sense of direction. It takes me about 6 to 7 different times going back to somebody's house. Like I can finally find your house without a map.
Without going on
we kick it.
Yeah, no, I just go to work and come home.
See, that's usually, and if I do that, I wouldn't need a map. But anytime I meet somebody new or we hang out or anything like that, I'm like, oh god, I need a map.
I need something. I gotta figure. Yeah, no, I know. If I go somewhere, I'll Googleize it. Yeah.
Directionally challenged. That's my go-to, and my other app is Hearthstone.
What's that?
It's a digital card game. It's like Magic: The Gathering, but it's made by Blizzard, and it's just a digital card game. And how else would I spend time in the bathroom if I didn't have that game?
God forbid you read like a normal guy.
Well, that's the thing is nobody stocks good books in their bathrooms anymore.
No, what are books? I don't know.
Like, if somebody had some David Eddings books or some of those, the medieval, I read still just geek stuff. Like, anything, if it's got swords, magic, and dragons, I'm down to read it.
And I think that's exactly what made you a great candidate for the Geekmissile podcast.
All those things in my collection of dice.
Yes, that is it. That was, I was at work the other day and we needed something. Oh no, I think it was with you, and I went to go find some D&D dice, but they didn't have it. The other person had taken them home.
I usually have a bag with me, so
yeah.
I want to put one back in my desk at work.
A sack of dice?
Yeah, it's funny. I have a multi-pack I bought that has like fabric bags that hold the dice.
Sure.
And I have this fabled green set I tease my players about because I run D&D. And I'm always like, when I use those green dice, though, because they tend to roll really high for some reason. I don't know why. There's something.
They're weighted.
Maybe it's the way they're made. Something about them. Like, the other dice roll pretty normal, but those ones just tend to roll really high. And they're like, someone take his green dice away from him.
Oh, jeez. That's crazy.
Oh, no. I was going to say, we don't always open up about the stuff that we...
we do.
We jumped into this podcasting world with all our friends and all you listeners who we love, and we never stop to say, who are we? We have an info page, but do you read it? No, because I play Hearthstone in the bathroom, so I assume you probably do too.
And the majority of you out there listening are probably thinking, hey, I haven't heard it because I don't know who you are yet. That's it.
So let's introduce.
Let's do that. Let's get these folks knowing who we is.
Well,
first thing I want to do is let everybody know that we do have sponsors. Geekmissile Podcast is sponsored. We have Pizza Pipeline and we have Best Suspenders. And they're both .coms, guys. So go to the website, check them out. Pizza Pipeline, local here to the Inland Northwest. 7 stores, 8 if you include the one in Moscow, Pullman, area, WSU. Great place to go. I mean, these guys... I was looking at their website because they sponsor the show, and we do appreciate that. It said right on the website, best pizza ever. So that's got to be true. You can't put it on the web if it's not true.
They're not wrong.
No, they're not wrong. One of the things that you'll want to feed or you want to look at is if you're feeding a crew, the Colossus pizza.
Oh yeah, when I have
26 inches,
8 people over, that's how I handle that crowd is with a Colossus pizza.
Zesty edge crust on it.
Like, you can't get any better, and there's still usually leftovers even after 8 people. There's still a good amount of, what are we going to do with all this pizza?
It's crazy, but they're really good. I love the Pizza Pipeline, not just because they're a sponsor. They're a sponsor because we love the Pizza Pipeline. That's why.
If we didn't love them, I'll say it, I wouldn't sponsor Domino's.
Yeah.
They used to have my love, and they lost it. Something about it. I don't know what it was.
Well, I don't like their pizza. It just doesn't taste good.
No, it's...
Fresh ingredients makes a difference. I don't know.
Seasoning, people.
Get the zesty edge crust.
It's one of the few crusts I won't have to dip.
Yeah, you don't have to dip it. It's pre-dipped. It's zesty dipped crust. It's good. It's delicious. I love it. But if you order on the pizzapipeline.com website, you'll save 20%. Who doesn't want 20% off their pie?
I mean, all just from placing the order online, and you can go pick it up or have them bring it to you, which is even better.
Yeah, the guys at the pipeline will bring it to you. They don't care. That's what they do.
They'll bring you drinks, too, which is also...
In fact, they actually get up, get dressed, get ready to actually do that. Bring it to you.
If they show up in pajamas, you can come talk to us at the Geekmissile Podcast.
It's almost their job, isn't it? Yeah. Dude, this is great. Yeah, pizzapipeline.com, guys. Go out there and visit 7 locations here in beautiful Spokangeles and one down there in Pullman, Moscow area. I think that's about right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a great place. Speaking of traveling.
To which they would do.
They would. I have one more ad I got to play, but we'll be right back. Thanks.
Hey, Mac, how you doing today?
Not too bad, Guy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What are you up to?
Well, I'm getting ready to order me a pair of Best Suspenders from BestSuspenders.com.
We got us a .com in the 20s?
You know it. They've been around for years.
Well, what do they got on there?
Well, I'll tell you, they got formal and they got casual. And if you're a hard-working fella, they even got suspenders for that, too. All made in the United States.
Well, I tell you, if they're good enough for President Hoover, they're good enough for me.
Well, he's got a pair, don't you know?
Well, they're not going to give me a pair right now.
Well, let's do it. BestSuspenders.com. Support you can trust, you know.
Thank you, Mac.
There we go. Back from that break. That was awesome. BestSuspenders.com. These kids really do have a nice set of suspenders for you. Whether it's, like you said, casual, business, if you're in the electrical business, plumbing business, whatever, these guys, construction. These guys have all the suspenders for you, and they have a great deal. I think they have free shipping on orders of $45 or above, something like that. And
I was going to say you'll want to get that many anyways.
You're going to want to.
I was going to say because if you don't want to use the same pair of suspenders every day, switch it up. It's like a pair of pants.
It is. Let's just assign a color to a day. Tuesday sounds like a blue day. No, Monday would be more of a blue day.
Monday's a blue day. But, but Tuesday or Wednesday, I'd say a green day.
Maybe even a yellow day.
Orange Thursdays.
And Fridays are, you know what? Those can be a novelty suspender.
Batman.
They've
Spider-Man.
got one with the marijuanas on them.
Oh, there you go. The kids love that marijuana.
Kids love it. Maybe you want to go checkers for the day. Black and white checkers. They have red and black checkers. They have all kinds of different stuff. Happy faces, the yellow smiley face.
Oh, yeah.
They got those.
Emoji your day with it. It's like it's better than a belt. Belts you get colors, and nobody can see them because nobody should be looking at your waist. But if they're looking at your shirt.
Well, they can't see it under your belly anyway.
Exactly.
So, anyway, kids, head down to bestsuspenders.com. Support you can trust. These guys are great for the show, and they're great for you. So go ahead and pay them a visit. But we were talking about using the GPS to get around with. I've had jobs where you travel, and that is where I depend on my GPS all the time. And, like one of the places where I guess GPS just does not work is Detroit.
That sounds terrible.
I left from the airport with my rental car, and it took me an hour to go 20 minutes because it kept taking me to some weird... I just kept looping, and it was a rainy night, and I was tired anyway, and it was just...
somewhere you don't know, so you don't know if you're going to a circle or not.
You have no idea. Yeah, it was dumb. But if you could travel, where would you travel? Detroit's not one of them for me.
No Detroit. So I'm stuck on a couple. I would, I'll give the first would be Japan, because I know it's for a nerd. Maybe that sounds kind of cliche, but it looks pretty there. I want to go see all the cool. Not only the cool downtown scene and see all the people and the cool like gadgets and everything they do, like their whole like civilization and society is just super cool, but also the countryside looks pretty too.
Yeah, Japan would be great.
If not there, then somewhere in Germany, because I owe my mom some cups for breaking them all.
My friend Trevor Olson, I'm gonna give him a shout out, but he is of German heritage, but he's a redhead, which is weird. Anyway, he loves Germany, and he's always putting pictures on Facebook about, German stuff. But I think Germany would be fun to visit. Italy, I think, for me.
Italy. Bring your wife.
Well, yeah.
Get some...
I'm not going to try to sell that deal. I'm going to Italy without you. Bye. Not even close.
I mean, from what I've heard, I always hate... it sounds like... And I'm always like, are they actually speaking the truth, or what are they? But apparently, you haven't had pizza until you've had it in Italy. Like you haven't had like their pizza's like just something out of this world.
I've always wanted to go there. I know it sounds dumb. I want bowl of spaghetti.
No, that's actually there. I mean, and you get it. And what if you can never go back to regular spaghetti after you have theirs? You're just like, you don't even season the noodles.
You're broken. Yeah. Oh, you could never. Yeah. I don't know. I would think. Pizza, I would think spaghetti, all that stuff. Italy, that's the place to be.
Straight from the source.
Yeah, I agree. That's it. But there's a certain kind of lemon. I was watching TV, a cooking show, and it's a certain lemon that grows there because of the soil and the sun and blah blah blah. And they make this lemon liqueur from it, and I guess you can peel it and just eat it.
Wow,
it's a sweet lemon. It's really It's supposed to be really, really good. Anyway, I saw that and always wanted to try it. I'd like that. Where in Italy would I go? All of it, I guess. Northern, southern.
Yeah, go see those. They always use. I swear, they always use the same place every time they film in Italy for like movies. It's always that same village overlooking the ocean on the cliffside of the old buildings. It's always that area. I don't know the name of the place, but that's always where it is.
So you've got northern, which is going to be a lot different than the southern, which is more influence from your. What do you want to call it? I can't think of the name of it, but they've all got a Mediterranean kind of style. Because they're out.
Down
right
by
there on
bay.
out there on the water. Yeah, Italy would be the place if we were going to go domestic. You know, New York is fun to visit. Philly is good. Miami's good. Hawaii.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
I've never gone to Michigan. Alaska and Michigan are my two. I think that was the
Oh
ones
yeah,
I was-
Alaska would be a good one. I'd go to Alaska, but that's just when I'm feeling outdoorsy and wildlifey and that kind of thing. But the other ones I mentioned before are more, you know, city.
Yeah, you want to go out and see something new and do some new experiences. Yeah, if I want to get lost in the woods, Alaska's probably the place I'd want to go.
I don't know if I've ever experienced wanting to get lost in the woods, but yeah. Yeah,
I really want to get eaten by a bear.
I hear what you're saying. You know, getting my ass kicked by a moose would be fun. Let's try that.
Honey, you want to get the camera? We can watch you getting trampled. Apparently, moose are assholes. I had no idea. They look like adorable animals.
No, they're jerks.
Yeah, just stomping around. They look like just big, fluffy deer to me, but apparently I've been told they'll run you down.
They will run you. They're not friendly. It doesn't. Yeah, don't get. It's not a Bullwinkle scenario, dude. Yeah, it's not good. We are running long on this podcast, bro.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, they've taken a trip with us today, and we told them where we want to trip, but I figure later on we can share more, but I mean, I think we feel pretty good.
I think we have wrapped this up. Let me check real quick the books here. Yep. Let me see, carry the 1, divide it by pi, and yeah, that's it. We actually have delivered another very professional podcast to our customers today, our listeners, our fans, our friends, our family. We've done it. It says so right here. I looked at it.
You're all part of the Geek Missile artillery, which it's slowly becoming. We've got a huge stockpile coming.
Stockpile. You heard him. Adam said it, guys. We wouldn't put it on the podcast if it wasn't true, or at least kind of.
We're always as true as the internet.
That's it. Folks, thank you for listening to another Geek Missile podcast. We do appreciate you. Don't forget to visit our sponsors and our website, geekmissile.com. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
This has been a Geek Missile production, and it was almost professional. We thank you for listening.